Baby was an oops baby.
Yeah.
Let's start there.
So I sat there and came up with a name.
Yes.
Which you registered after 5
Immediately
days.
after registering.
Makanda Nyarwai Otieno.
Your former bosses, or when you hear people in business, they're like, when you start a business, give yourself like 10 years or something. Sisi year one, we were on a roll to go to, we'll make money. Like, it's going to be easy. And then election comes. Oh, my God.
Woke up one day and we found the door ajar and all our devices had been taken. Our TV that used to watch news there had gone.
Definitely. Bring some tissues.
I don't feel we should be bleeding our taxes to pay foreign law firms or local quote-unquote law firms, but they're just vassals of foreign law firms.
Yeah.
Hello everyone, welcome to the Just Legal podcast by MNO Advocates. We're currently in the 3rd season, and on today's panel, I'm sitting with the founders of MNO Advocates. The first time that we actually have our partners together in one table. So it's a very interesting conversation. We welcome you all to watch, engage with us, but let them introduce themselves.
Thank you, because I'm the only man on the set. My name is Okale Makanda. One of the partners at MNO Advocates. I call myself senior partner. I gave myself the title because I'm the oldest. Purely because of that.
My name is Daisy Chege, also a partner, and a founding partner, MNO Advocates.
My name is Terry Otieno. I'm a partner as well. Daisy forgot to say she's the managing partner.
Managing partner, yes.
Okay, and I will be hosting this session. I'm Sylvia Chitechi, Head of Litigation and Dispute Resolution at MNO Advocates. So, founding partners, I think that is, as it is, let us start to the story behind founding MNO. What was the thought process when you thought about this firm coming to life?
Okay, maybe I can start.
Yes, you can start.
So, 10 years ago, I was employed at a bank, and Makanda was my boss then. And he had mentioned that he had this thought to start a law firm at some point. So the point came, and then he asked me whether I would be interested in joining him. And then I remembered, wait, yes, I would be interested, but hold that thought first. I have a friend who we had worked with. So I'd worked with Daisy, where we had worked together. We started Pupillage together. Yeah. And then I don't know, she just crossed my mind. So I was like, let me talk to Daisy first. I did. She was interested. And then the three of us just decided, okay, let's get into this thing. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the version I can give. Yes.
Yeah. Makanda, you as the idea, what was going through your mind when you decided it's now time?
I was, to be honest, I was to leave employment by December. Of course, Central Bank had its own ideas. So, and the bank was put under receivership where we used to work. I think that idea then became, because I had told Terry, I think I was going to leave that year in December. So around March or April of 2016, the bank was put under receivership. And I realized, I think that was it for me with that season of my life. So I told Terry, it looks like this December has come a bit early. So me, I'm off. Take care of the bank. I'm gone. And she's like, no, I'm also leaving. And then she suggested Daisy. And then we did our first meeting in Kasuku Center. Right? Yeah. Yes, yeah.
No, I think the first meeting was in Mada.
Oh, Lamada, yes. Lamada.
Lamada, yes.
Lamada, yes, Lamada Hotel. Yeah.
I remember even us.
Yeah, they have
writing
expensive
notes
soda. They have expensive sodas. The sodas is 400 shillings.
It was so random. We were actually noting down on a serviette.
Yes. I mean, I just remember the expensive soda.
Those sodas were painful. Like the 400 sure.
Yes, yeah.
For startups.
Yes,
Yeah, so Daisy, these two people come to you with this idea. How do you now decide to join them? What was the thought process for you?
It was very interesting because all along, I thought my career path would be, I'd started in law firms. I was still in a law firm. And I thought that my career path would actually end up in corporate. That was what I was thinking. Yeah. But when Terry told me about the farm, I just it was instant. I just thought, oh, perfect. And also, I think it was also just the perfect time for me also to leave employment. So it just clicked.
Sat there and came up with a name,
Yes.
which you registered after 5
Immediately after
days.
registering.
Makanda Nyarwai Otieno.
In fact, I saw a notebook the other day. I was just thinking, let me go back and see what you were thinking at the time. So I was showing Daisy, do you know, it before MNO, we had also thought of what was it?
The names interchanged.
MTO.
It was
OTM.
OTM something. Was it? The names were interchanged.
Interchanged.
Yeah.
Sounded so bad.
Yeah.
So bad.
But we did register.
You registered?
Makanda
Yeah,
Nyarwai
Makanda
Otieno.
Nyarwai
Yes,
Otieno.
we
We did.
Yeah.
And even got a KRA pin.
Pin,
Yes.
but
Yes.
it never ran for a single day.
We were just
Yeah.
like, who will come and start saying, I'm going to Makanda Nyarwai Hotel? I'm like, I
Such a mouthful, yeah.
It just didn't look nice.
Yeah, it did.
But also the thing, when we had a second chat, our idea has always been that if Sylvia joins the partnership or anybody else, they feel comfortable identifying with the firm. Sometimes if you have the firm and the founders and their names there, sometimes you never really feel the ownership.
Yeah.
So for us, we felt like you can brand the firm and still brand the associates or whoever joins without having it tied to us. And that thing had just started. We might have been maybe third or fourth law firm with that kind of name. But we really wanted to detach it from us as individuals.
Yeah.
So even when people ask today what it means,
What
it means
does it
nothing.
mean?
It just means
But
MNO.
also,
Yes, yeah.
we were lucky that when you look at the alphabet, MNO follow each other, so it's easy to say that it is continuity.
Continuity, yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think that is a brand that all the staff have picked. When you ask them, they're like, so it's Makanda? I'm like, no, it's not Makanda.
Yes.
It is actually MNO, because I think a lot of people are not really aware that the firm could actually just run with the initials
Yes,
as it
yeah.
is.
Yeah. It's still
Yeah.
quite a new concept in Kenya, I feel.
Yeah.
Or
a
the
lot of people
initials.
think you're
Initially,
just
it was
shortening.
But it's happening a lot more now.
It's
But
happening
now
now.
it's very common.
Now, yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Yeah. So
And back then we had to get approval from LSK. I
LSK,
remember.
yes.
Yeah, in order
And perhaps
to
they still do. I think so.
Yeah, I think
yeah.
If you practice it,
Probably.
yes, yeah.
So the vision, as we are seeing, was continuity from the beginning. It was
Yeah.
not just an experimental
No.
business.
Exactly.
It was just like, let's wait and see as we look for employment.
Nah.
That was not the conversation.
No.
Yeah. So now looking back now that you have been in business for 10 years, what do you think is a metric that has worked for the organization in your own different perspective?
I was passionate about support for business personally.
Yeah.
And that support for business, when we started out, half the time when you start out, businesses are a bit, iffy about you. You are a startup. It's normally a lot easier to just dip yourself into the normal meal that advocates do, with due respect. And so the conversations around businesses, they doesn't catch up easily. But it's something that we have kept the course kabisa to date. Like we are really, 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 when you say you're passionate about business,
Yeah.
we are really, really, and of course they are my two partners, we are really, really, really passionate about business. When we started out, we went selling ourselves as such, but the businesses were not coming as quickly. But that story, from experience now, we are glad we never stayed off that course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that is very important, because we notice most of the clients we serve, especially the businesses, somebody is coming to consult maybe on an agreement to start a business, but along the way, we find how we structure. You're telling them, no, have you complied? Is there corporate governance on your end? So I think that idea of working with a business from inception,
Yep.
it's something that makes the firm stand out, also as somebody who has joined and seen what is happening on your end.
True.
So, Daisy, I don't know for you what you feel is a metric that has stood out for you throughout the 10 years.
I think the key one is one Makanda has said. We really wanted to be. Actually, when we started, we were just like we are commercial law firm, strictly a commercial law firm, until COVID hit. But and then now we had to at least go back a little bit traditional, which has also still worked. But I think that another aspect that has really worked was we decided right from the beginning that we're going to be very strict and very in terms of structure of the law firm. We didn't want to just do it casual. Yeah, so from the beginning, we're going to be equal partners, and this is how we are going to run the business as equal partners, and this is how we are going to structure it. It was not just sometimes partnerships can be informal. So for us, it was we were very clear on that. We don't want to do it, for lack of a better word, kienyeji. We just wanted to have a structure and have equal partnership from the beginning. And looking back, I think that is something that has really helped us to get to this 10-year mark.
Yeah. I think I understand that part. Terry, your perspective?
I think I'll just add on the value systems. Yeah, I think what made it not easy for all of us to naturally agree to work together was the value systems we held as individuals, which we then decided this is the kind of firm we want to build, in the sense of even the feel of it. When the people who work here and even for ourselves, what is it that matters to us? Things like excellence, just that loyalty to each other as partners, number one, but also to the firm and making people feel like they would like to come here every day and show up. And even just the excellence, not just to ourselves first, to our staff, expecting that of them, but also what we then give out to our clients, which has made our clients keep going and coming. A lot of even how the firm has grown is through word of mouth. Just traditional, old school word of mouth. Yeah, you do something for this person and they keep telling the next person and the next person. And I think that's just based off of the value systems we have built in how we deliver our services, in how we treat each other within the organization, because then we are able to attract also quality staff and retain them. And even when people have left, I think we would be proud to say that we've not really clashed heads even with the people who've left, because then they're clashed
A lot. Not clashed a lot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We have tried.
We clashed.
We have tried.
Not a lot.
80%.
We have tried to make sure that, we can still maintain relationships beyond working together. So I think our value system, which even goes with the tagline, the difference is a great relationship, we try to live that tagline out every day.
Yeah. And it's good you've brought out our tagline, because it does not just relate to the relationship we have with our clients, is the staff amongst ourselves. And I think it affirms that value system that you're talking about in your own capacity. But also, having been in operation for this long, I'm sure it wasn't a smooth ride the whole way. Yeah. So
Bring some tissues.
yeah, it looks glamorous now, but there are things that kept you at night. There are things that made you question the business at some point. I don't know what is something that you consider a significant challenge in navigating the running of this business. Makanda, I don't know, we could start with you on that point.
Yeah, so for me, I think in 2019, we felt the farm was now 3 years taking off. And then what happens? COVID. We had moved to this office. Rent, of course, has almost tripled. And we were now proper corporate. We have bought expensive furniture. We are moving. We have brought in new staff. We are now saying, this is it. And then the country shuts for 1.5 years. And one of the things that we grappled at that time was because we always have a balance between human and of course money. And at that time we were wondering, because the bigger firms that we have looked up to fired their staff that month, or then in April of 2020, or suspended them. Some fired, some suspended. So there's a firm that I think fired like 20 people. So some of them are friends.
Yeah.
So as we are like now, if these guys who've been around for 27 years, just a month into COVID are firing guys, how are we going to operate? And number two, now these guys, first of all, so if you fire them, how do they eat at home? Because there's no one who's hiring at that time.
Yeah.
And I mean, tell you, it's just prayers, as in the COVID, because we never really got to fire anyone. We never really got to reduce anybody's salary. And a few people got salary increment, actually, towards the end of 2020. So yes, that for me that was a bit of a shocker, because when you start your business, as I was telling people, our generation has experienced two force majeure events, the COVID and the war recently. And my class, there were teachers striking in 1997. There was what university was striking.
Millennials have seen that.
Millennials, when people talk about millennials, we don't like raising controversy. Is we have seen it.
We have lived it.
Yeah,
we are still living it.
So I think for that for me was a critical milestone for the business.
And I think also just to add on that, also as an employee at that point when the firm was going through COVID, I think it humanized us in terms of seeing your employers looking out for you, even when they are uncertain as to how the business will run or whether or not we'll even get clients during that period. Because for sure, none of us lost a job. None of us was out of employment. But also, we all undersalaried even during that period when it was complete lockdown. So I think that is a value system that is admirable in your own capacity as partners. So Terry, what is something you consider a challenge that I think kept you up at night?
Yeah, so before Makanda jumped to 2019, let me go back to when we had elections. We started in 2016 and then there were elections in 2017. Which elections had to be redone. So there were like 3 elections in a year, and we know what happens in Kenya. So when we started in 2016, things looked a bit nice. So in fact, I remember joking with Canadians, and I was like, hey, Sisi looks like, we won't go through that thing of when you're told by your former bosses, or when you hear people in business, they're like, when you start a business, give yourself like 10 years or something. Sisi, year 1, we were on a roll to go to, we'll make money. Like, it's going to be easy. And then election comes. Oh, my God. And when elections happen in this country, for some reason, business just stops and stalls. And you think you have gone through the elections, and then Maraga. Was it Maraga that time? Yeah, does the thing and decides back to the ballot. Tuliisha. I was just like, maybe we need to go back to employees. There is still time because there was so much uncertainty. And then even as a business, we got, shockers of, we woke up one day and we go to the office and we've been robbed. And
it's around the same time, actually.
Yeah, it was around the same time we were robbed. Of course, you go to the police station and we all know you don't get any help there, unfortunately. So I feel like that was... We were so young in the business, and then we get hit by these 2 very major things, robbed and then also elections, which you have no control over. And because also you are such a young business, there's only so much work people are willing to give you that revolves around that time. So even just election petitions and whatnot, no one is giving a 1-year-old business an election petition to do. So even the work that's available to do at that time, we were not getting that work. But somehow we just, managed to steer the storm and we were okay. But it was a really trying time, I feel. Yeah.
Daisy, what resonates from you, from the 2, before you give us your challenge?
Both. During the COVID pandemic and also the theft of the office, whereby we woke up one day and we found the door ajar and all our devices had been taken. Our TV that used to watch news there had gone.
And you know that TV was like 2 weeks old.
Yeah, it was like 2 weeks old. I think it was just difficult. But apart from those also, I feel like the other challenge we've had that has really been there from the beginning was just the shockers of a newbie. As a business owner, as you go and you realize, this is not what I thought. They're just things that you either never considered, first of all, or just the general market, the way the business market is sometimes, it's very challenging. Once you think this is how things are going to go, then the opposite happens. Challenges here and there.
A lot of KRA emails.
Exactly. Yeah, the taxman also is not actually the taxman is one of those biggest challenges for any business. Whether you are starting, whether you are
this one I can
established.
Say they're anti-business.
Yeah, they're very much anti-business.
Totally.
It almost feels like their aim is just to shut people down.
Business,
Yeah,
like friend.
From day one,
we
have filed our ledgers from day one, and sometimes it does feel like complying with the taxman is one of the bad things to do.
Yeah, because you become a target.
From month 2, the one staff we had did her pay from day one. And so, and you keep on getting these emails every single day, and most of them are just mischievous. Because if somebody sat and looked at the ledger, they will just know this email wasn't supposed to be sent. But you feel like, somebody's calling you and they're telling you, and then you're like, all these 25 people we have employed, we could just shut down and they go. And, when you look at other countries, the biggest indicators for economy is rate of unemployment. I tend to feel Kenya is more of rate of how much tax collected, which is twisted. Government exists to make sure people are employed. So you look in the US, if you want to know the economy is struggling, is every single week there's a government statistics on unemployment rate. In Kenya, when KRA would rather close a company with 100 people because they haven't paid stamp duty of 5,000 shillings.
It's like, the way you have, when you start driving and you have the learner sign, that's when you'll get caught more.
Yes.
When you remove it,
you don't.
The police are not interested. So it's like, it works like that with KRA.
It's very unfortunate. And having to learn that and go through that whole process. It's something, of course, as you're starting your business, that's not something you imagine. That this is what you'll be doing.
You always imagine clients.
You always imagine. The challenge is just to get work. The challenge is just to get running every other month. But wow, this other monster. For me, I think that has been one of also our biggest challenges and learning points. And initially, you would hear KRA and you're just, oh my God, what happens? But I think as time goes by,
I get used to it.
To bring
you
it
had
on,
enough a little. You had enough.
Because that's the alternative.
What's the alternative?
You know how funny it is.
The alternative is shutting down.
Is that an option after 10 years?
You know how funny it is? You do an invoice to a government agency, for instance, and the VAT is due once you issue the invoice, and the government agency pays you after 7 years. So KRA wants you to pay tax
before you
from another client's work.
Exactly.
For a government agency that then is going to put you in pending bills and start taking you around in circles. It's totally, listen, if the government paid people, KRA wouldn't even struggle to collect their money.
And the government is supposed to be paying from that same treasury where they are collecting
I'm just like, I think KRA is a whole episode, guys.
That's something else. That's something else. And you can tell even with those emails, you can tell that they don't take or they don't bother to understand the business. Because every business is different.
Exactly.
Every, for us, we're in the service business, it's very different from somebody who's selling commodities. But they will not bother to understand.
Well, they treat everyone like a supermarket because it's only cash business. So you will not walk out with the goods without having paid. You could be doing legal work for KRA and they haven't paid you, and they want you to pay VAT on the invoice you issued them. Which you understand? Which is, I think the idea is a good tax regime should be the one that enables business. It shouldn't be a toll station.
And rewards. I'm usually waiting for the day you'll be told, like an entrepreneur in this country, you've employed like 5 people, 10 people. There's a certain reward to you filed your taxes, as well as you can, because also it's like the tax ninis keep changing goalposts. 1 minute you think you're doing the right thing,
no, what they behave like those guys with speed cameras. They hide in a bush or
waiting for you.
And you go to other countries, and the speed camera guy stands on the road and points the camera at you. So, like in Mauritius, they say, you're entering a speed zone. So cameras watching. In Kenya, there's a guy behind a culvert. He's being bitten by snakes.
The guy is just risking his life. You're like,
what's this you're doing? And they're always benchmarking. What is it?
Literally, it's almost like they're setting you up for failure.
Exactly.
Yes,
Exactly.
yes, that's it.
Exactly right.
That's it.
That's
That's it.
That's
Yes.
it.
And that's the
Yeah.
mentality. You
Yes.
see all the speed camera person babes? It's the mentality of KRA.
I think
we are
it's just a
hiding in the
government
bush.
It's those colonial things.
It's a colonial mindset.
It's a
yes.
colonial
Yeah.
mindset.
It's a colonial mindset.
yeah.
Because even those countries that were colonizers don't do that
They
anymore.
don't do that
Yeah, they
anymore.
don't
They
do that.
moved on.
US used to be one of the toughest countries in KRA and in tax when you were, I think in the 90s when we were young, IRS.
Yeah.
That model, remember a lot of black entertainers used to be arrested.
Yeah.
And then they realized these guys are just talented, they don't have skill. So now these days they have learned. There are a lot lesser arrests for tax non-compliance. It's now more of an enabling environment. How can we help you?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because when we were growing up, I remember, for those who are hip hop heads, you'll hear, who has been arrested.
tax evasion.
50 cent.
Yeah.
And then they realize no tax evasion.
Yeah.
This guy is a class 5 guy who just knows how to rap music. So he doesn't know, even him, his accountant,
It's
he is
ignorance.
conning him.
Yeah.
So it's ignorance. So the IRS changed that model, but we haven't changed our model. Our model is more of, if I find Sylvia hasn't complied, the guy he's just wringing his hands in joy. And they're calling you tax evasion. I offended what? You are not going to shut the business because of 100,000 shillings.
Yeah.
You understand? Yes. Yeah. Recently, there's one that's a special table, which was a nonsense, but they have removed it, thankfully. Yeah.
We
It's
will
quite.
have an episode for Karen and other businesses to see
No,
if that's an
Kare is a full episode. By the way.
Hata ni season.
Yeah.
Because, let me tell you, you can't run a business our size
Yeah.
without a tax consultant. Can you imagine that you have to have an extra expense away from your accountant, your auditor?
Yeah.
Yes.
Now we have a tax consultant
Yeah.
who you pay out separately from
guide.
audit, and you have an accountant finance department.
Yes.
So it tells you that you have an extra cost to comply with. That means your tax code is so bad. You need, even your
It
accountant
needs
is
to
not
be
sufficient.
separated.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Sufficient.
Yeah.
Karen ensuring you start with an employee.
Yani,
Consultant.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but all these challenges somehow you have navigated them. They were challenging, but is there a moment when handling the challenges you felt like now this one might cripple us completely? If there was a moment where significantly you thought it's about to go down.
but if we say that, we will lose stuff.
But to be honest, have we had that? No.
No.
We've had.
Yeah.
I think for me, I can comfortably say,
Yeah.
I think COVID scared us a lot more.
Yes.
And
COVID was scary.
but because 2017 scared us, but we had few staff. COVID, we had like 14 or so staff, so it scared us a lot more. But I think this is where we just say grace of God. Like we haven't had.
It's actually been
There are days,
grace
of
of
course,
God.
that the month ends on 29th, and the account and the salaries don't match. But by 31st, the money and the salaries match. So.
True.
So even if we had to look for money to dip from our own pockets to fund the business, I think we think that's just a normal cycle of business.
Yeah.
Crippling? No, I don't think so. No.
I think it's what Makanda said. I think one of the things I have learned and business has taught me is your faith is tested and now it
Yes.
just has to stand.
It's tested.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
It is tested and now your reliance on God,
Yeah.
you see them. Some days are just, some months, some years are just miracles. Honestly, like even
Yeah.
COVID, I don't think we had a plan for it.
No, zero.
Obviously, it's just God just held us.
Yeah.
To be honest, like it was just God's grace and favor and just kindness to us. Honestly, for nothing we deserved, no expertise, no. Yeah.
And you see companies that have business continuity plans shut down and collapsed.
Yeah.
Big corporates and multinationals.
That's true.
So we can't even pretend that we had a solution.
No.
Or we had redone the office, so we didn't have any savings. we had a new
We
office.
just moved.
We just moved
Yeah.
here, so we didn't have money.
Yeah.
I think it's just God's grace. We even had a photo shoot, staff shoot during COVID, like luxury, brand audit.
Yeah.
Yes.
They actually did.
So,
Yeah. So, looking at somebody who is looking at your law firm 10 years, and I know you've mentioned these challenges and how you navigated and the grace, but what is something do you feel like in a partnership like yours is a system that you've come up with solving some of the challenges that you face together? They may be different, but what is something that works when there is maybe this crisis or these challenges that you've mentioned? What is a way somebody in a partnership looking and thinking, how do we navigate challenges without breaking the partnership, without losing the business? How do you go about that?
Firstly, it matters who you partner with. Yeah. So, you know what I was talking about, value systems. It's important that you came together for the right reasons in the first place, and you understood each other based on what is important to each of you. And then now that carries you in these seasons that come, where you're able to even communicate. Because my next point was going to be just communicating the facts as they are, being able to sit down together and have honest and open conversations, and also being willing to get ideas from each other. So at some Makanda say was the managing partner before, and now this is the managing partner. But that equality of knowing, yes, maybe you're the one who's the managing partner now, but in terms of just picking ideas from each other, being willing to listen to each other and take this person's idea this time and this person's idea, just towards the greater goal. So your goals must be aligned, your values must be aligned, and being able to communicate as and when those things arise, because they will always arise. Yeah.
Daisy, what would be your take on that?
I think that the value system is the most crucial bit, because at the bottom of it, it goes down to individual character. And if those are aligned, and if you guys are reading from the same page, challenges are here. So what do we do? I think none of us had been in a business before. No. So we were all learning at the same time. These shockers are hitting us at the same time. We're trying to come up with solutions at the same time. We're also maybe having a common mentor, people who've gone before us, and they're walking with us this journey and mentoring us. That has really helped. Just talking to other people out there and telling them, hey, how you guys have been in existence longer. How have you done this? What system has worked for you? Learning from others, our seniors, has also really helped us.
Makanda, how have you looked at it?
I think for me it would be, I don't know how this will come out. It's not about the money, right? Money is what you get paid for doing something well.
Yes.
It's not the reason the law firm should exist. It's a business, yes, but it should not be the principal reason the business exists. Once you are able to understand that, then you understand that the long-term goal is you will make money, but you need to put in place systems. So we have never had conflict on, do we need an extra staff? You understand? Because it all touches on the bottom line. You need an extra staff. We need to buy this person a cake. We need to buy this person flowers. A lot of the things we talk to even our peers in the industry, they're like, you guys are wasting money. But I think that's what has managed us to have easy conversations, because we don't sweat the things that people normally sweat about. So we don't have conflicts on how we should apply money. So if tomorrow Daisy tells us, yesterday I think I committed us guys to this thing, Terry and I know that it's coming from a point of concern for the farm. It's not because she's being malicious. So there's no conflict. If she says, I think we needed an extra painting in the office, and I saw this painting, and this is the price I've negotiated, all of us are not going there to tell the person who's selling, is that the real price, really? You understand? So we don't have those sort of insecurities. Yes. So that helps us. So there are the things that now you'll be conflicting about is how to execute. Those ones you can just meet and vote about. But the overarching principle of how the business runs, there's no much conflict. You'll have conflicts on the small, how do we run this? How do you do this? If this person is coming, should it be a 10 months contract? Should it be 5 months? Yeah. But on whether that person should come, I think there's, in principle, agreement is,
So having worked together like this, which are some of the qualities you feel stand out in each partner? That you feel this one is good at executing this one is good at executing this, and together we work in unison.
Can start.
Yes.
Daisy is very calming.
Yeah.
She doesn't sweat. Yes. So she doesn't have an elevated adrenaline, like the panic.
Yeah,
she doesn't have the panic. And I was partner for the first 7 or so years, and managing partner. And I felt like my blood pressure was going high. And now when I see Daisy, she's coming in still looking very beautiful and her makeup properly in place. And the business is running smoothly. I'm like, maybe it was a very bad idea for me to So she died in sweat.
Yeah.
Terry, we call her, she's Terry Otieno, but we call her Jerry. Terry the money person.
Yeah.
Yes. Terry, she's good at spotting a shilling everywhere.
Yes.
Like she'll like, you gave that advice. Did you really charge for it? Like, no, it's the first time. She's like, no. That person keeps on coming for free advice. That person is even if there's your friend, if the Makanda, you have too many friends.
Yeah.
Give that friend to Sylvia to
She can do this.
So that they can pay.
you understand? Yes, yeah. So I think she makes the cents and shillings make sense.
Yes, somebody has to.
Yes, yeah.
Otherwise,
Hey, if it was me and Daisy, people wouldn't get salaries. We would be vibes throughout.
Yeah.
Yes.
Terry, what about you?
Nimechomewa jina, but well.
Jerry, proceed.
Jerry speaking.
Yeah.
So for me as well, Daisy is calm and level-headed.
Yeah.
So like even just dealing with staff issues, mimi yake hapo siweza. But her, she's able to just tell the person, no, without just making not too much emotions. It's not personal, basically. So she's calm, and that even has helped in the for leadership. We need that. That's a strength that's very important. Makanda is able to make decisions also without fear. I think that's very important as well. Just being able to, even just the way, say, selling, talking to clients, and like ladies most of the time, I think he's even taught Daisy and I to just be, sell yourselves. Like if you're able to do this, just say you can do it. And that's usually, men are more, are able to do that better. So we've learned from him to be risk. Also, yeah. Hey,
The risk taker.
the first time we had you're taking a loan to tuchange tu paka isipotafika. We are not dealing with a bank.
Kama umezoea chama.
Hey, tuko tu acha pesa ya chama itakuja alafu tujaze until the day. But him is not afraid of taking those risks, and that has also taught us to be braver and to know that somehow too we'll make it out. So it's a good balance. Yeah.
Daisy, your perspective.
Yeah, for me, I feel like Makanda is solution-based. He's very able to come up with solutions very quickly. He's very good with figures, numbers. He can calculate very fast and say, so this is how we're going to do it.
Yeah.
Before Terry and I write it down in a notebook, then add up. Makanda has already gotten the answer and has already issued instructions. He's very quick with solutions and practical stuff. And that really helps because Terry and I initially were like, hizo vitu za finance. The books, the Excel sheets, those things. He's really been come through for us in that area because
like, please.
So that has really been good, and also Terry is very good with operations and detail. The detail, paying attention to detail for things that need to be done, and they're done to the end, to the as in follow up until
Yes.
point by point until
She has notebook from day one.
yes. And then she's also our secretary. She's also our secretary from that day at Lamada.
Yeah.
She has those notes
Every
to
note.
date. So whenever we have meetings, she's the one who's taking notes. Whenever we need to refer back to
To anything.
please bring the blue notebook. That's when we had
bring
that.
the light green notebook.
So she has every record.
Yeah.
So hapo kwa operations and organization, that has really
And
serves well.
Her office has a mood board about targets instead of paintings.
Makanda ni paintings.
Yeah.
But that's actually a very good system in how you work. And I think as we can attest, we see all those qualities. Like you mentioned Daisy being calm. It's not that Daisy will not call it out. Daisy will almost allow you to say, and then she will tell you, but you see, this was wrong, in calm. It will not be like,
You'll
how
have
could
set
you?
up yourself.
We know who can say, how could you? We know. And then there is still who helps you learn the business part of a law firm, which is something we had mentioned also. When we're talking as employees, the fact that you teach us more than just being lawyers, it's also a very good skill you have.
And I also feel like to add in that, so, you know, traditionally, in the legal profession, people tended to open law firms like alone, like a one-man show, a sole proprietorship. So I always wonder, so how, if I was to open a law firm by myself, there are many things I'll be missing on. Because now I wouldn't have that strength of numbers. I'm not figuring that. So how do I fill that gap? I wouldn't have that skill of organizations and operations. How do I fill that gap?
Alone.
So
it must be difficult.
I feel that has also helped us very much in those 10 years. Because where you are lacking, someone else fills in. Yes.
That's right.
Me, I can handle stuff.
Yeah.
Because me Jama vibes.
Yes. Makanda will laugh with you and then tell you, go and talk to this. At that time when he's listening, you're thinking he's giving you the solution.
And a helper.
He does not want to carry the weight of the decision. Talk to this, yeah. But anyway, I think also working with you, the decisiveness that they have mentioned, Makanda, is very true. And also making someone feel calm. You also can manage crisis without knowing, because you don't escalate it per se. You'll make it appear small because you're thinking of the solution immediately. So that's a good way you guys have managed to work together over the years. And I feel like now when you were starting the law firm, is there something that looked like a very small decision at the time of starting, but right now it makes sense? It makes sense why? It looked like something very small, but then over the years it's justifiable.
Sylvia hiring you.
Yeah.
You know, you are first advocate we hired.
Yeah.
We didn't have work.
Yeah.
Me once I was opposed to the hiring.
Even me, I was opposed.
Hey, I was like, now you're big.
I was like, hey, now, oops. How shall we pay her?
Me, I was even like, and then what will they be doing?
Yeah.
You're wasting an advocate.
But me at that time, to be honest, Sylvia, I just wanted the people to know that we have an associate. It wasn't that we needed you.
Ouch.
Yeah, we didn't need the staff.
Yeah.
For me, I was feeling, for people, we've been running for almost 2 years. We came 2018?
Yeah, 2019.
2019.
So about 3 years,
Yes.
on the 2.5 years.
Yeah.
And you were like, now, the world needs to know that we have now an associate.
Which one?
And I didn't tell them. So I was just like, then they're like, but you should go to court. I'm like, no, I just feel like we need an associate.
Yeah.
But the numbers, in terms of work, there was no work.
There was no
I
work.
think I mentioned that.
There was no work.
And I was telling them, even for me at first, I was feeling, so I'll just be sitting, they'll think I'm irrelevant. They're going to fire me. But you see, I think it's good that you mentioned it. I told guys, I really thought they hired me because they wanted me only for Makanda to say, it just wanted to say, we have an associate. It's vibes,
Yes.
And you see, that was a decision that looked like it was a very small, but now look where we are right now. You heading a whole litigation department.
Yes.
I also feel like that time Makanda really was done with litigation. It
Totally.
was like, I need someone to do this litigation so that he can focus on the commercial. Commercial in it. So that really helped, because now the commercial department grew and he was able to focus on it.
And remember in because of how the legal sector is structured in Kenya, trying to run commercial, it's been known to be a preserve of the really big elite firms, quote unquote. And so even you, when you are saying I'm good at commercial, you are saying it but knowing
you are doubting it also.
whether the work will come.
But
if I go to this client and say I want to do an M&A transaction, they'll start laughing and rolling in the mud and saying, are you talking about company incorporation? Or are you talking about M&A and whatever? So at that time, I was so convinced that's what I wanted to do. But I also knew I was very good at litigation. So I was struggling with, because litigation at that time felt like it could help us pay quick bills. But I also wanted, as Daisy has said, to have corporate commercial grow, right? So I was like, we need to get somebody who can hit the road properly running, like day one, with no work. Again, no disrespect, with a couple of divorce files.
A couple.
A couple.
Yes.
But those divorce clients have become commercial clients.
They've become commercial clients,
actually.
So you never really...
And conveyancing.
And conveyancing and all that,
Yes,
yes. So that ecosystem is intertwined. So I think that I comfortably say that was like one of our decisions that we grappled with, a small one, but it's ended up, we've never regretted making that decision to date. So it was
interesting. It's important to point out there was no litigation department.
There
There
was
were few files. Literally, there was no. In fact, I remember coming in and trying to tell Makanda, I'm really good at litigation, but there was no litigation work.
Because
How
we're
do
not
you prove
even...
you're good at litigation? But also at the same time, this litigation that you're so good at, there's no department.
Yeah.
So what are you doing? Yeah.
We were not meant to have a litigation department, actually.
Yeah.
We did not want to do litigation. We were just like, we don't want to be like everyone else.
Yeah.
And then we realized...
The market.
But
The
it's,
market doesn't work like that.
but they're also intertwined.
They are.
Yeah, so it's very difficult to tell somebody, okay, I've done for you this property transaction, and now you have a conflict with the person who sold you. Now I can't do the court case.
Yeah.
Somebody else will do it.
Yeah.
So it's a very relevant. I've seen even there. I was talking to some lawyer who has run a law firm for a long time, was conveyancing, and now she's onboarding a bit of litigation because it's hard. It's very, very hard to cut the two, because dispute resolution is actually, it wasn't even a wise thought at the beginning, because it's intertwined with
I think
everything
it's
else we do.
The type of litigation, I think, is what we maybe when we said we didn't want litigation, it's because we thought it would be the usual, like running downs, which we knew we don't want to do.
And we've avoided that.
But also to point out, also by virtue of having a litigation department, we can comfortably, as a litigation lawyer, you handle all kinds of cases.
Yeah.
You're handling a conveyancing dispute, you're handling a commercial dispute. So it's, I think, gave actualization to the number of departments along the way.
Zero regrets. Zero regrets.
For sure.
I don't know if any other small decision stands out.
I think choosing the type of clients. I remember us firing a client in those first 3 years where we literally returned a check. Tuko na shida lakini tuko tu we are not doing. So that thing of just standing by values again,
and we need to date now.
It has continued.
Yes.
But we started it when we, maybe at the time you would have thought when you are starting out you'll take on whatever
comes.
But we just did not. We were like, no, we have offered you this type of service, and you feel like, if you feel like we are probably not the lawyer for you, the law firm for you, then we're very comfortable to walk away.
Or even disrespecting us.
Yes. So we stood by that, and it has carried us. And even now, we are very particular about the kind of clients we onboard, and even how our clients treat our staff. How they treat our staff matters. So when our associates come and say they've been disrespected in one way or another, we're very okay walking away from that type of client. So I'm happy that that's something we started doing pretty early on, and so we are bolder now. We can do it without thinking twice even now.
That's very true, because I remember also being just like that first year of working, and there was a client who was difficult, and I remember having that conversation with Makanda, and there was no debate. It was not a matter of the client is always right or the client, but the moment the client disrespected us and the work we did, I could see Makanda make that decision of this may not be the client to work with long term. So it also gives comfort to the employees as they serve. They don't feel like they are not being devalued, even by the clients you serve. So looking at all that, is there a moment any of you doubted if the firm would get to 10 years?
But if the issue is, have we ever stopped to know whether we'll get to 10? Because
It's not time. It's not time to contemplate.
You see what normally happens, You see when a roll is stone, you watch that movie where stone is rolling down, and you think it's almost reaching the floor, and then kumbe, it's still rolling. So So there's no time.
Yeah.
In fact, we are like, we are 10 years.
Yeah.
Surprise.
It's more like that, actually.
10 years. More.
Yeah.
We are 10 years. Because the months are very short.
Hey.
Time flies.
Hata kuna month.
Time flies.
Time flies.
We just suddenly realized we are 10 years.
10 years. Because you see, if you're saying, will you get 10 years?
Yeah.
Again, as I say, we have such a large ecosystem. Will you tell this one client, umebaki na yeye peke yake, I'm shutting and I'm leaving? Or are you telling your staff, all the 20 of you, 24 of you, we are shutting down the business? So there's so much obligation to the ecosystem. We never really stop.
Actually, don't stop.
So once in a while when we take the partners retreat, on an evening having a glass of wine, it's when we're like, it's been 8 years. It's been sometimes, yes. So we haven't had a tea. This will stop because there hasn't been that opportunity for us to take stock.
To stop,
Stop.
I think I understand that also from an employee perspective, because also you wake up in LinkedIn one day and you realize, congratulations, you've been 8 years at MNO. I'm like, it's 8 years. Yeah. This is the 8th year now.
Yes,
but you see now, that realization, I think I could relate to what you're saying. You realize we've been doing this for 10 years. We're still running. Yeah. So...
And also, the business is set up for perpetuity. It's not stopping. We will definitely exit. But
it will go on.
It will go on.
It will continue.
It will continue.
Yes.
It will continue. It's not been set up unless there's an extreme force majeure event in Kenya. Normal business challenges? No. The business will
and it's
go.
good you've mentioned that continuity aspect. Now, when I'm thinking about it, let's say now we are talking about MNO at 30. Which are the kind of leaders you hope to sit at this table now that you started the business?
Trust me, none of us. So to 30 from now, we could still be in the ecosystem, but for sure, we will not be running the law firm. For sure. We knew that from the day one.
We just want to see RTGSs into our accounts. That one we should not ever stop.
And play good.
Yes.
Collecting checks.
But not running every day.
I think the type of leader I would want to see is people who are empathetic, who are excellent at their work. You know that thing of just giving the best to your client. You know how we talk up in the farm every day and we say every time a file is in front of you, there's a person behind it. There's a human being who has chosen you out of how many other people. They deserve your best. So excellent leaders, empathetic leaders, people who are forward thinking. Because you see, those 10 years ago in 2016, we might not have really thought about 10 years, say, we were just doing what we were doing in 2016, but clearly there was some forward thinking. Clearly there was a goal that was larger than living 2 years, getting to 2018, because those structures were meant to carry us. So I would like to see people who are thinking 20 years from now, who are innovative, because things will keep on changing, but still maintain the values that are core to MNO. So we hope that even for us, as we continue to train while we are still here, we are training people to understand the values of MNO while now bringing in their own fresh ideas and just thinking bigger than we ever could.
For me, it's two things. Actually, three things. One, the leaders who have empathy. There are times we have sat as partner and said, on a Friday, we are firing this person on Monday, and that person will still be here 3 years later. So you have to be able to think about somebody, your colleagues, especially your staff, about the entirety of the ecosystem. The entirety of you. It's money, yes, but you need to be able to think through quite a bit before you make a decision about your colleagues, people who are coming in like you, Sylvia. But number two, also is MNO in the community. The things that we are passionate about. I am very passionate about women leadership. So I hope that in the next 20 years, the farm has not pivoted to all men. So it's intentionally female. That was always been my dream, and as a person, and of course I share with my other partners, and so I think we can still create a very safe environment for ladies to thrive in employment. And finally, for me, I normally say, I always, the only thing I'm good at, as taught us, is to duplicate myself. So I hope that in those 20 years, I just duplicate myself, at least one person who remains. Duplicate myself. There's human beings are not very unique creatures, as we pretend. It's a collection of what you've seen others people doing. So I hope that in 20 years, when I come into the farm, I can say that person is really like me. I'll be very, I'll be very enamored and warm. Yes, I'll feel like this feels like me. The person who can come in and say hi to every single staff member and find out all their life. Vibes, know about people's stories and all that. So I always feel like you must be able to duplicate yourself for the business to thrive, because we are three very different characters, and it will be good if the business the leadership can keep on replicating itself in that format. If you have people with the same character, I don't think we'll succeed.
It will lack the diversity. Daisy, what is something you'd want to see in the leaders?
The culture that we've worked so hard to develop, to be maintained and sustained, and also to have that kind of, like Makanda said, the variation in leadership, so that people have different strengths that complement each other. That will also really help the business in the future. And things will continue changing. Like now, in 20 years' time, maybe how we are running the business right now is not what will be required. So a very diverse group of people or leaders or partners who can now carry that. And maintain, always very, very intentional about maintaining the culture. Yes.
Okay, that's really interesting. Now, is there something that keeps either of you at night now that never did 10 years ago?
I think staff.
The number of staff.
The bigger the number,
Wage bill.
the bigger the number,
The wage bill.
the wage bill, but also the characters are very different. So when you think you've quelled this fire, there's another fire coming up at night. How they interact with clients, how they conduct themselves. Of course, there are milestones in people's personal lives. So I feel like as the number of staff grows, that definitely can keep you up at night, because you don't want to wake up at 6 a.m. and see a WhatsApp message. I think for me it's tough. Client, as you grow, the confidence in the business speaks for itself, and so it stops being less of stress. It's just how to manage the relationships. But now, because the relationships are also being managed by now, not us, by our associates, it means that you have to be really on top of how the associates behave with clients and within themselves.
Daisy?
I think I agree with Makanda on that, because it's not really something you can control 100%.
Yes.
With clients, over time, as you work with them, as they give you work, there's that kind of stability. But with staff, it's ever evolving and changing, because these are characters, these are human beings. Yes. Also, like we said, the tax man also can really keep you up at night. At night, can keep you up.
The sentiments are very funny times. Yes.
For me, it's the clients. I mean, I have that board that they were saying in my office. So I constantly am wondering about the areas sectors we have not necessarily the clients we have, and there are sectors that we have perfected, but there are sectors I keep on wondering why, how can we get into these sectors, and then what are we offering? What's the offering? How are we able to hack certain sectors and stay in those sectors? So I feel like we have perfected certain sectors and we are good at it. And I feel like we are really good to not be in those other sectors. So I'm like, how is it that we we'll get into those areas. How will we open those doors and how will we stay? Yeah. Yeah.
Spoken like Jerry. And in that same relation, what gives you peace?
I think structures and value systems for me.
Yeah.
Just, I'm so thankful of the structures we created at the beginning and also the values that we share amongst the three of us. So I'm not worried about, there are certain things I just know we're aligned on. There are certain structures we've set that have allowed us to be able to even just take a week break to go. There are times all of us have been away and the farm has just been running in our absence. So just that's a factor of the structures we have worked to build and also the values. So in our absence, even say for our Kakamega branch, we are not there as regularly as say we are here in Nairobi. But because of the systems and even just empowering of our staff, so that there are leaders who have emerged outside of us. So like yourself, Sylvia, so you're able to we know that even if you're not there are leaders who are already within the farm who can make decisions, who are confident in making of those decisions and ensuring that things are running well. So that makes me sleep at night.
Makanda, what about you?
I think we have a very diverse skill set in the farm, very strong qualities of employees. And so even as they are the ones who make you not sleep sometimes, they are the ones that give you sleep, knowing that this person their heart is in the right place. And the few whose hearts have not been in the right place, we've had to part ways with. So I feel like are still the people we have. And of course, good invoices.
Of course.
Daisy.
For me, I think what really gives me peace is Terry and Makanda, because I know no matter what the challenge is or something that requires to be done, I know they're committed enough and it will be done. And so I don't feel alone. Yes. So that really gives me peace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Terry, you mentioned also our branch office. Can we just briefly talk about our Kakamega office, how the baby came about, and what you envisioned for that baby of Kakamega that is currently 5 years?
Baby was an oops baby.
Yeah.
Let's start there.
Yes.
The baby was meant to be in Nanyuki.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys remember?
Yes. That's where our hearts were.
And baby was in Nanyuki because we had, one of our mentors when we started off had mentioned the move that side, and we had gone to Nanyuki quite a bit and felt maybe that would be a right place, especially for our conveyancing department. And then we had this corporate client who, mid-conversation one day with one of their heads of legal, just was asking us, which we were pitching, kind of, to get onto the panel, and he mentioned, are you in the Western region? We need a good law firm in the Western region. And Makanda was just like, yes, actually, we have the office. The office was born after that conversation. Yeah, but we quickly set it up. We decided that we would run ourselves as professionally as we run the Nairobi office. So it's not, we don't even like calling it a branch. It's just MNO in Kakamega.
Yeah.
Because how we run it is very much the same, very professional. It started with 1 staff member and now has grown to 6 staff members,
Yes.
2 advocates and 4 support staff. Very well skilled in what they do. So they're able to serve clients well. We serve a lot of corporate clients there, still very much interested in supporting businesses, which we felt was a gap there. Because it's a corporate that led us there that was complaining about the nature of service they had experienced down there. So we were like, okay, let's go and do our work well. We understand businesses and what it is they require. So very much still supporting businesses, although we still serve high net worth individuals there and family matters as well, dispute resolution matters. Yeah, but the farm turned 5 in February of this year.
Yes.
So it's literally half the number of years as this one. Yeah, going strong, supports the Western, Nyanza and North Rift regions. Yes, I think that's what I can say about it.
Makanda, you as someone who agreed to a baby that was not conceived yet. How are you looking at it? In that moment in the meeting, you're like, but this is something I can do. Or it was after that meeting that you thought, maybe I should do it.
You know, as they had said, me, I only face the consequence of overselling myself later. So I'm like, okay, somebody's offering us work. We hadn't made a decision whether it's Kakamega or Kisumu or Kisii or whatever it is. Do you have a law firm in Western Kenya? We're just like, I'm like, if it's bringing a panel, the answer is yes. The thing about it is that because we are smaller and nimble, we are able to move faster than them.
Yeah.
So by the time they come to check, they'll find an office. And the truth to it,
They found an
office, yes.
Yeah.
Properly well done. You know how it's in the same place.
Yes,
to
it has been.
So I think for me that the idea was, do you want a client, resources we can get, or do you want to tell them we don't have? In which case the conversation ends.
Yeah.
So, and I know being a corporate, both of us, Terry and I, have come from a bigger corporate. The time they take to verify is long.
It's longer.
It's long.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, in the 3 months, they'll be saying, now you're joining our panel, we'll have an office.
Yeah.
But the guy has told us, if you have an office in Western Kenya,
You'll get.
I'm putting on the panel. And the panel came.
Yeah.
The data for the panel came 2 months before we could even set up the office. So I think it was an easy decision. It was an easy. To be honest, we had a bit, but yes, it was Nyama and other things. But it was a very very easy. A very easy decision for us. Yes, when we had gone for a funeral, and then now after the funeral of a friend's mother, this conversation was happening.
I think some things are, if I can just add to that, I think some things are God-led. Because we would never have opened that office in Kakamega.
Never.
We would never.
Actually, that's what I wanted to say. I think Kakamega office is one of those products of grace.
Yes.
Because the way the idea came up and the way the speed of putting up things
And we got
together.
the resources.
Yeah, we got the resources somehow.
There's a client who gave us who prepared us 3 years work. Significant amount of money.
It was such, you could tell that this is just something.
The money came in.
Us.
It's not.
It's
not you
the
who
money
has done it.
Came 3 days before
Even the staff,
launch.
even the staff, even the first advocate we had in that office was somebody in Nairobi who, even when we were having the conversation, we did not think they would want to go to Kakamega. But the minute that story started, I think they approached Makanda and were like, if you're opening an office in Kakamega,
I'd like to go.
shifting from Nairobi.
From Nairobi to Kakamega.
And all the 5 staff, I think,
All of them came
were
from Nairobi.
all of them came from Nairobi.
And they wanted to go.
And they wanted
they
to
really
go.
wanted to go.
And initially we kept wondering, how are we going to hire in Kakamega? Where are we getting the people to hire in Kakamega? So that is, as this is.
But I think it's good to mention, we are of course eternally grateful for, and she's one of our episodes, Sylvia Kedogo. She, who had been a classmate of Daisy and I, and agreed to go and help us start the law firm as the advocate there. We had Richard. Richard initially was supposed to help us supervise the construction. That is his role was
Purely.
just make sure that the office is constructed, and then whatever happens. And then he's been a fantastic staff. The people who've joined since then, Judy, who runs that office, our senior associate down there. We have Tony Maonga, we have Justine, Amy, and then we have Oscar. So I mean, all the staff of Kakamega have stayed with us for that long. With the partners say that whenever we want to have a bit of peace of mind, we go to visit Kakamega.
We go there.
Yes, eat chicken.
They eat chicken and vibes. There are a lot of vibes.
Come back and deal with Gary.
Homely. And Sylvia, of course, you are the overall head of that section. So, and it's been... You will admit that you feel nice when you go down?
I feel so nice going there. There's a way you work differently from there, the staff, but also seeing that the core values we have here are seamlessly working there.
Exactly.
So I think that also affirms that the branch was a very good idea, starting with from the time you started. So now, as you almost coming to a close, what is the vision for the farm now for the next Let me just say 10. Let's not even go to 30. You will not be here at 30 anyway.
Yeah,
Let's
we will
go
just be
10.
receiving checks.
We'll be playing golf.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Let's
so,
look at the next 10 years.
so for me, I mean, MNO 10 from now,
Yeah.
we want to be in the boardrooms where the conversations are happening. Mm-hmm. We want to say we can't do that because we have a conflict of interest or we don't have the time to do it. Mm-hmm. And we feel like we have done the building blocks for 10 years. Mm-hmm. And the conversations, you'll know, have already started happening. And we're already in those tables. Mm-hmm. But we feel that we want to be at the center of everything good happening in this economy. Mm-hmm. Luckily, the three of us as partners, we are extremely optimistic. So we live in a country of people who are fairly negative, right? Then what happens is people don't see the amount of transactions that are happening, the amount of business that's going on around us, the size of the economy that Kenya is. And so we want to be deep where those things are happening. Yeah. For me, 10 years from now, deep where those things are happening. Yeah. Yes, yeah.
Daisy, what is your vision for the farm?
Like Makanda said, we'll be in those tables where good transactions have been done. We'll be the ones advising on how those transactions should go. Also, in terms of the growth of the farm, more staff, more structured, more departments, more specialized departments, and of course a bigger and better office.
This has become small.
It has become small. And in terms of now no longer renting, like ownership of the office. And in the process also, if you have a good office space, you can also become a landlord. Within that same area. Yes. So I have very big dreams in that respect. And also we continue growing this culture. This culture, so far the 10 years we've done well, but it can still get better, bigger and better. So in 10 years I'm thinking we'll be on another greater level.
Mine is two things: sustainability and growth. Sustainability, all the values, grow big and stay small. So staying small in terms of those values that have held us, we should not lose that at all, because we don't want our clients to start feeling like they are no longer being treated the way they're being treated now, or even us internally.
No matter the size
no matter the size. So staying small in that regard. Growth in terms of just everything Makanda and Dizzy have said, plus just impacting the continent. MNO Africa. There's a lot of potential within the continent. Not even, law firms have traditionally been known to merge or rather partner with firms from the UK and but there's already a lot of potential within the continent. So just impacting the continent. So those tables will not just be tables in Kenya, but tables in Africa. Gold ikiuzwa mahali, MNO iko hapo. Uranium, MNO. Like just
Gold ya Kakamega.
Hata gold ya Kakamega sawa.
And truth be told, we hope that part of what we are building here gives confidence to a lot of the corporates and the money people to believe that people that look like us can do those transactions.
Need a white person.
Yes, it doesn't need
a white person on the table. In
Yes.
fact, there's transaction we signed on, like maybe
a
2 weeks ago,
for energy transaction.
And when we were signing that transaction, at the end of it, one of the things the gentleman from KPLC said was, we are so impressed by this team because it's the first team that has sat here that has no white person and no old person.
Yes.
All the teams they had met, and they had gone through about 36 PPAs in that round for the past about 1.5 years. And the teams both on the client side and the lawyers, the law firms, always white guys. So we can do these transactions. We are brilliant. Our team, for example, at MNO is brilliant, young people willing to go out of.
And I don't feel we should. And sometimes we fear saying these things, I don't feel we should be bleeding our taxes to pay foreign law firms
Yeah.
or local quote unquote law firms, but they're just vassals of foreign law firms.
Yeah.
Money should
Stay
stay
in the hands of
in the country,
yeah.
Exactly.
and it all needs is a brain.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which
right?
brains we have.
Because in those farms, the people who are doing the work look like us, but the people who are taking the credit don't look like us.
Yeah.
And I think that in the next 10 years, we can confidently say that the transactional ecosystem in Kenya, you saw the other day, one of the law firms has gotten some gig for arbitration.
Yes.
And I'm seeing some very sad comments from other lawyers, including a former president of LSK, that how you've given this work to somebody who's called, he doesn't even have self-confidence to know, like he'll be comfortable if these other non-law firms that don't look like him got the gig.
Got the job.
You
Now,
know.
because a guy
That's
has gotten
so
this arbitration,
unfortunate.
where it's very unfortunate.
Yeah.
He's done a long
Yes,
time. This thing
yes,
has abbreviated, what? A guy who's has like 40 advocates working under him.
Surely.
I found it very sad.
Yes, it
You understand? I feel that rightfully so. The money that is in this economy should 80% in the legal profession remain with people that look like us.
And be spread out.
Yes.
This, like people are working hard to build these businesses like we have for the past 10 years. It's not been easy. It means there's a lot of sacrifice, a lot of going out of our way to just empower ourselves with knowledge. So those opportunities need to be given to Kenyans, need to be given to fellow Black people. Say if we go outside of Kenya, as we plan to do, those opportunities should be given to. As long as you can prove that you can do the work, that should be what matters.
That's what should be
That should be what matters.
Yes.
Yeah.
And also we go out there and not feel embarrassed to mentor people from other less sophisticated legal sectors across East Africa. And so we hope that MNO can take up a mentorship relationship with a similar firm across East Africa, and empower each other because Kenya is a big economy. It's the law legal profession here is a lot more sophisticated. I think we have a bigger impact than most of these acquisitions that are happening, which is basically foreign firms setting up branches.
Yeah.
We may need to start working across the region, and I think that is now MNO at 20.
Simple vision for MNO at 20. And as we look at this vision, Terry, you've mentioned, all of you actually have mentioned continuously good staff that you've trained, the support staff. If all of you could summon the staff, what is something you would tell them as we finish on this episode?
I would say thank you first. Because even when we were starting, even yourself, Sylvia, with no files. Richard, who was just building something we didn't even know would amount to anything. So I think first I'd say thank you to the staff for most times, when you're an employee, you don't know what, when you're sitting on this side, what these people are grappling with. Sometimes there's fear as well. Fear of letting down those people. Even, are you training you enough? For example, if you're advocates, are you getting value other than financial value? Because it matters to us that, say, even a student who comes here and leaves is able to carry the MNO. But, they are good lawyers. Daisy always says this thing of where you start matters, and it matters to us then that if this is your first point of contact with the legal profession, for example, you are a good product for the market.
Yes.
If you are Francisca, who started as an office assistant, you're growing to become something else, and now you're a receptionist and you're growing as a person. Victor, who is now in school and started as a clerk and now is now a paralegal, and we hope that he becomes an advocate soon. Richard as well, who has that dream. So to thank you for joining us and believing in the dream, even as we are on our knees, telling God to help us. And then, just keep bear the flag with pride, because we are not going to let you down. We are not going to let you down. Just keep carrying the flag with pride. Know that we have really big dreams and we are working towards those, and we are definitely creating space. It's not just about us, for sure. We want this farm to be bigger than us. It's already bigger than us, bigger than any dream we held. So this room is going to be created. The bigger the cake, the more space we hope, and we hope everyone eats and enjoys the cake.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's a very good insight. Daisy, what would you tell the staff that have been in the farm and held the farm for the last 10 years?
Also, it's just to be very appreciative of them and the part they've played. MNO is not just the three of us. MNO is, they are included in this MNO. And as even I was celebrating 10 years, they are part of it. And that's one of the things we really want to focus on, that it's not just the three of us. It's a big force behind us. And thank you to them for allowing us to lead them. We may not always be sure. In fact, I don't think there's always someone who is always sure. But the fact that they are behind us and they are willing to share in this dream that we have, that's really encouraging for us on our part. And as we go along, as we go to the next 10 years, we'd hope that they continue working with us, continue learning from us, continue giving that invaluable contribution that they've been doing. Our associates, very qualified people, and they could, as we continue, we see potential in them, a lot of potential. Just the same way somebody believed in us, we also believe in them. Yes.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Kanda.
For me, I think is what my partners have said, but also depending on when this will go up, some before or after, the announcements that we've made in the last few months will give our other staff the joy to know that when we say that the farm will eventually transition into the next phase of leaders, we mean it.
Yes.
We have said that, and none of us has ever sat. We've never sat and said that that change has changed. When we started the farm, we knew that it wasn't about the three of us, and that eventually we'll exit and go. We want the next set of leaders to come from within our staff, and we hope that some of the announcements we've made will give them comfort that that is a reality that is coming. And we don't plan to be 95-year-olds hanging in these corridors. So we don't have those plans. So we want, when people are working, it's about salary, but also knowing that there's a journey to ownership and a journey to taking over the business when the rest of us are no longer here. And that is very, very important. Yes. Yeah, there ought to be a path for them to the top, and it's there.
Yeah. Well, I think that was like a very good final nail to the coffin. So I'd like to thank each and every one of you for being part of this. And I think what we can say is we pray that you're part of MNO at 20, but as we celebrate our MNO at 10 years, this is a journey we've all walked together, and this is a journey we hope to carry you along as we go to our next phase. So maybe Makanda, you can finish it for us before we close it off.
Please join us, and as we celebrate these 10 years, continue giving us work. We need the money to throw the parties.
And eat the
we need the money and eat cakes. We eat a lot of cakes here. By the way, I have to be particularly very thankful to our clients. We really appreciate the belief in us. Some of you who are doing those works for the first time, but you did notice.
You were experimenting.
But the product was good, so none the wiser. We want to thank our suppliers. The people who do for us our cakes. The cake journey from day one, it's 10 years. We don't miss a birthday. We never miss a birthday. So the cake people, the people who do our branding, the people who do our photography, the people who supply us with water. We don't know the owners of some of those businesses. We've never, because we had decided we're not building a business about our personalities. So there are people who supply us products. We've never met them, and none, it's not known to any of the partners here. They bring us water, they bring us stationery, they print for us. We are eternally grateful. Our families that pray for us, our parents, our spouses, our children, they just say that for me, during the week when I'm around, they're like, if not gone to work, I think they panic a bit. They're like, is the quality of life going to change? why haven't the youngest? Why haven't you gone to work? So yeah, so our kids, they're the reason that we wake up every single day to come here. And you guys, we appreciate all of you. My partners, fantastic humans, totally, absolutely fantastic. I wouldn't do this with anybody else. Yeah, absolutely fantastic ladies. It makes my life very easy hanging around a lot of women. There's some things they do, they cloak it. Can I allowed to do it? Or me, I do the wigs. And I'm not allowed to cloak it, yes. Yeah, so you guys, that clocking thing, I think fanyeni ndio what?
We clock it. MNO at 10.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
So thank you guys. That's it for our episode.
Thank you.
Please watch, subscribe, and share. And come.